I work outside. Clearly. All right, trick. Now look, it worked. Come on in, my friends. You've been had. Woo! Come on. Yes, everyone over here is already having a great time. Woo! They are yelling and screaming uncontrollably. Or maybe I can control them. All right, who didn't see that third one? That's always hard. All right. Second to last pre-show trick, I will actually do a trick now. I will balance this mostly razor-sharp knife of death on my finger. Very dangerous for this young lady right here. At least she reacted to the fact that I was threatening her with a giant knife. Most kids today just kind of go, why is the television talking to me? Goom! Ah! So, thumbs up on that one. All right, so, or thumbs off on that one. All right, all right, moving on. I will do the trick. Just do the trick. All right, I'll do the trick. I will bounce on my finger. You guys go crazy as if I was doing something that required skill. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. This is the fun part. Bam. Yeah. If you were drinking, this would be a trick as well. Oh, now we know who's been drinking. Okay, last pre-show trick. Then we're going to start the show. I will bounce this mostly razor-sharp knife of death on my chin. Very dangerous. Look how slippery my chin is. It could slide off, whack me in the face, blood spurts everywhere. You would love it, wouldn't you? No, you know what? No, I'm not going to give you the pleasure. I think you'd enjoy it way too much if I were to whack myself in the face. You'd be like, ha ha ha, boom, brain explodes from joy. No, I'm not going to do it like this. I'm going to turn the knife this way. And that way, if it does fall off, it really won't injure anything important. So you know what? We're going to do it this way. All right, we're going to give you the pleasure, but in exchange, I want you, and you, guilt by association, lass, which is your new superhero name. I will do the trick. The two of you will leap to your feet.
Leap to your feet.
Leap to your feet. Do what the guy holding the giant knife says. You leap to your feet. You go, wow. Nice. Your enthusiasm is underwhelming. You're not done. You turn to your friend. You give your friend a high five. And when with that same hand, you go, yeah. It's going to be hard for you if you're on the ground.
Thanks.
Now, if you don't cooperate, you can just give them a high five to the face there. That's fine. All right. Face palm. No. Note to self. People will do whatever you say. Okay, great. Now that I know, I'll enter politics. Here we go. I will do the trick. You guys can. Now, everyone else can do the same thing, please. But please make sure the person next to you is ready to give you a high five. Otherwise, it ends up like that. Yes, okay. And as amusing as it would be for me to watch everyone slapping each other around, not what we came here to see, but it would be hilarious. All right, so I do the trick. Woo! You know what to do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Or this is just some warm-ups. All right, my friends. 3, mostly razor-sharp gloves. All right, now, I could just start juggling, but that's boring. I will start off with a super fancy start, which is not only more dangerous, more difficult, but also only impressive to me and the other juggler who's here. But I'm doing it anyway. Here we go. Oh, wait, actually, allow me to introduce myself first of all. How many of you have any idea who I am? Okay. No, all right, great. All right, a new crowd. My friends, my name, allow me to introduce myself properly. My name is Paolo Garbanzo. I am the jester of Muncaster Castle, which is in Cumbria, England. Now, I'm a Sicilian, but I am a jester of an English castle. Now, why is that? Because I'm actually the winner of the international jester competition held at Muncaster Castle. It is true. You may Google it and e-doubt my claim. Okay. So yes, Muncaster Castle, they have a jester competition every year. Now the reason they have a jester competition is because Muncaster Castle is the home of the original Tom Fool. The guy that we get that term, stop all your tomfoolery. That guy, that's the guy, actual castle, and actual jester, and so am I. So, my friend, funny story though, so how many, you've heard of Tom Fool, have you not? Yeah, some of you have. Now, can any of you name any other actual jester in history aside from me? Right, okay, so here's a funny story. I have done research, I know about some jesters in history, but I find it funny that most people know Tom Fool as a person, but they don't know it. But the thing is, Tom Fool, most most of his jokes involve getting people killed. No, this is serious. You can look this up as well. His standard joke was to trick people to go to the swamp of death and get them to go the wrong way, and they drown into quicksand. What a kidder. Well, comedy's a little different these days, because now instead of me attempting to kill or maim some of you, I will attempt to injure myself for your amusement. Comedy hasn't really changed at all, actually. So, my friends, a little bit of club juggling, then we'll get to the really dangerous stuff in a minute. Here we go. That's super fancy stuff. It was really the period that did it, really, wasn't it? All right, here we go. Nice high throw. All right, fantastic. No one cared. Great. All right, moving on. No. I can tell you are a sophisticated crowd. You don't care if somebody can throw a club high in the air, have it spin exactly 3 times, goes back down into the juggling pattern. No, not sophisticated enough for you. You want sophistication. Very well. Here we go. Sophistication. Alright, some of you are so sophisticated, you noticed that was the exact same trick, just with a little extra flair. Flair. Too much flair. Alright, here we go. Oh, I got a trick for you. That trick was so awesome, my hat blew off. Alright, here we go. Oh, I got this. Wait, I have more. Wait, tricks, I got them. Hey, I threw it on the ground to show you this. That's right. All right, here we go. Now, my friends, notice the subtle difference between this well-loved trick and its slightly more difficult cousin. Subtle difference noted by one person, apparently. Now, my friends, notice the not-so-subtle difference between this relatively difficult trick and its even more difficult cousin. A medley of tricks. Stop here. 4 clubs, 1 juggler. Ermerger.
Oh my god, I'm
It's so pretty.
Whoa.
No one even noticed. No. Don't clap for that. I totally messed up. Now, my friends, I will do this trick until I get it right, which means 2 things. 1, this will be a 4-hour-long show. 2, this is the grand finale trick. Welcome. Here we go. Triple, behind the back, triple, and... Why stop there? Way more difficulty. Stop here. 5 clubs, 1 juggler. That's 2.5 clubs per hand. The math. My kid's like, I hate fractions. Deal with it. Now, know how hard it is to juggle half a club? I do. All right, go. Woo! Again, 4-hour-long show. Here we go. It's gonna be 5 clubs. 3 up. Looking right into the sun now. Alright, my friend. We're going to leave this guy right here. Does anybody know what he is? Yes, shout out your answers like you do at school. That's fine. Yes! What is it? What is it? You forgot what it's called. That's not the name. Yes! You're just raising your hand for no reason. Okay, and Chinese yo-yo, yes! Thank you. All right. Yes, this is a Chinese yo-yo, also known as a diabolo. Now, this ancient Chinese toy was invented in China. Yes, okay. Just seeing if you were paying attention. It was invented 5,000 years ago. We know that it was invented in China because it does actually say made in China right on the side. You can see it. Now, of course, I know what you're saying, though. Diabolo does not sound very Chinese, and you would actually be absolutely 100% correct. Actually, diabolo, it's not diablo. Okay, that's Espanol, okay. But, no, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's diabolo. It's actually a Greek word. It means to throw outwards. Now, I'm not entirely sure how the Greeks managed to put their word on an ancient Chinese toy. I mean, I don't know. 5,000 years ago, some Chinese guy's like, hey man, I just made this. What would you like to call it? I don't know. What do you want to call it? Some Greek guy standing there going, you know, you could call it a diabolo. What the heck are you doing in China? I don't know. Why are we speaking English? That's what I want to know. I'm not sure if that's the way it went down, but that is totally the way it would have. So, it's like English wasn't even invented. All right. Anyway, moving on. Okay, not a lot of history, people. All right. So, my friends, this is just like a big giant yo-yo, except for one major difference: that Diablo comes off this string. And then somebody spontaneously shouted, "Throw it higher!" Throw it higher. Higher, you say, so spontaneously. Very well. Here we go.
Throw it higher.
Didn't see that coming. Higher than that.
Higher than that.
It can't be done. No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
Sometimes that works. All right, fine. Very well. I will throw it as high as I possibly can, but I will need your help. We are all going to count to 3. We get to 3. Everybody yells, "Throw that sucker." Now, the louder you yell, the higher I will throw it. If you yell very loud, I'll throw it very high. If I throw it very high, it will come down very fast. If it comes down very fast, a lucky member from the audience could possibly receive a free concussion. Yay! Yay, you clearly didn't see the last show. Okay, great. Sorry. Okay, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. No one can. I find that was actually the harder trick. But then somebody spontaneously. Someone tried to do something spontaneously. Spontaneously, someone shouted, "Throw it lower!"
Throw it lower.
Lower, you say. No problem, I can do that. Here we go. This is the ooh trick. Everybody goes ooh. No, it's not the ooh trick. It's not the ooh trick. All right, here we go. I'll show you the ah trick then. All right, here we go. The ah trick.
Can you do ooh ah?
Glad you think you're funny. All right. All right, it doesn't go any higher. We're moving on, all right? The combination trick. Here we go. Nice. All right, here we go. The bigger combination trick. The last trick with the Diablo. This trick is so good. It's not ooh, it's not ah, it's actually actually the woo trick. That's right. When you see it, your brain doesn't know what else to do. It just kind of goes, woo! That's practice. I do the trick, you go, woo! Now, if something goes wrong with the trick, or that guy right there, he's gonna catch the Diablo with his face. Yes. Also a woo trick. It's pronounced more like ooh, but it's spelled exactly the same. Oh, English. All right, here we go. Dessert, desert, there. Ooh, ooh. No English major. Okay, great. All right. Anyway, moving on. Just get ready. All right, here we go. Just save your life. We have just a little bit more time. Let me see. All right, my friends. For you now. Actually, how much time do we actually have? There is someone coming up next.
146.
146. All right. Okay. Well, we'll just do it. We're just gonna do it. All right, my friends. For you now, I will attempt to juggle. Not one, mostly razor-sharp knife of death. Not two, mostly razor-sharp knives of death. Not four, but three. Three, mostly razor-sharp knives of death. Now, I know what you're saying. Mostly razor-sharp. What does that mean? I will tell you. See, my friends, a lot of jugglers would come out here, even on a day like today, and they'd be like, hey, everybody, I got razor-sharp knives, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna lie to you. These knives, they are not razor-sharp. They are mostly razor-sharp. The difference, razor-sharp knife, twirling through the air, whacking into juggler's hand, not really a problem. You just cut your hand clean off. You pick it up with your other hand, then you run, hand in hand to the hospital. They sew it back on, and you're juggling in a week. Thanks, Obama. But I'm mostly twirling through the air, whacking into a juggler's wrist is like a hacksaw, ripping, tearing into the flesh. Oh, you're never gonna get those two mangled pieces back together again. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be juggling razor-sharp knives. So next time you see some guy come out and be like, hey, everybody got razor-sharp knives. You just say, listen, man, I saw Paolo Garbanzo come out here. He had mostly razor-sharp knives. Beat that. Okay, all right, I know what you're saying. Shut up and go. All right, here. Three mostly razor-sharp knives of death. One very scared juggler. That was really close to my eyes. All right, here we go. 1, 2, hutch. Two people can. Thanks. All right. That's okay. No, this is just your basic, everyday, ordinary knife juggling pattern. Everybody can do this. So, thanks, yeah. So now, my friend, twice as hard as single flip. Can anybody guess what it could be?
Double flip.
All right. I got excited. Yeah, all right, whoever said triples, just stay in school. All right, pal. All right. Yes, double spins. Here we go. Each knife spinning twice. Far too late for that sort of response. My friend, that was twice as hard. You should be yelling and screaming twice as loud. So a single spin is worthy of your sarcastic, but a double spin, that is more like, let's try again. Single spin, nice sarcasm. Double spin, triple spin. Well, that was actually pretty good, but my friends, come on, triple spin, that is so good. All right. Single spin, okay, double spin, but a triple spin, that's like, be surprised, sometimes it works. Man, it's called dramatic build-up. Here we go. Single spin, double spin, triple spin. I do it for you. All right, here we go. Some more tricks. Here we go. Under the arm. Under the other arm. Under both legs. What is it? Stomp the juggler day? What is your problem? Okay, stomp the juggler. Very well. Under both legs.
I believe in you.
So glad somebody does.
I do.
Under both. Under both legs. Under both.
For my children.
What? Under the legs. Now, behind the back. Behind the other back. Behind both backs. See one more knife? There it is. Only Patrick Brown was a prophet. Alright, don't juggle angry, that's all I know. Would you like to see me actually juggle 4 knives?
Yes.
4 knives. One juggler. Make this last trick even harder. I know. Why don't we balance atop this ball? Now, my friends, what I will attempt to do now is juggle 4 knives on top of this walking globe. Now, some of you might be wondering, first of all, 4 knives, pretty hard, right? Yes. Well, then let's see you do it. I'll say let's see you do 3. I mean, seriously. All right. But my friends, how much harder could it possibly be to stand on this ball and juggle? Well, first of all, I just want to say, you're already standing on a ball. But this ball is, and I've already done the math, 1 million times smaller, which makes it standing upon it 1 million times harder. It's math. All right, my friends. Well, my name is Paolo Garbanzo. I've got 2 more shows later today, and they will be more fire juggling and a little bit of fire eating as well. So come on back and see a different show. But here we go, the last trick. 4 knives on the ball. I do want to also let you know, my friends, have you had a good time? Well, as traditional in Renaissance and medieval festivals like this sort of thing, a performer after the show happily passes his hat and people happily give him money. Oh, nobody's clapping about that. All right. Well, my friends, if you did have a good time, do whatever you can. Remember, you know, if the difficulty level of this trick is any indication, you know, of how much money you should give. You know, juggling 4 knives would already be like $5, right? So 4 knives on the ball, 1 million times harder, $5 million. But do whatever you can. You know, I know, we're all working. So, all right, anywhere between 5 and 5 million, just 5. Nobody's laughing about that at all. All right, here we go. I just need one person, really. One person to give me. All right. Now, I could. There's a hard way and an easy way to get on the ball. What's it gonna be? Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all. The easy way would have been 1 foot on the ball, simply glide to the top, no problem. Hard way means I have to jump from the ground with both feet to the top of the world's tallest 2-foot diameter ball, which, as we all know, is already precariously balanced atop another ball. It's the world's largest drink. So, if I jump, do not make it to the top. If I'm a little short, ball of death will shoot into the crowd, rolling over everywhere. If I'm a little long, ball of death shoots at the back, the knives shoot out over here, I shoot out over there. Audience participation. If I make it to the ball of death without injuring myself or anyone else, yell and scream like it was a really good trick, because it is.
He's not gonna do
I was about to say, this trick ends one of two ways, but either way, we'll all be yelling and screaming. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, jump! All right, here we go. This is the yelling and screaming part. Here we go. Just yell and scream when you have a good reason, like amazing juggling or knife. All right, here we go. 1, 2.